The old man handed Jack a pistol, ordering him to kill his beloved dog with his own hands. Looking into the dog's innocent eyes, Jack couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger. At that moment, the instructor warned him, if he refused to obey, he would be immediately disqualified from the Kingsman recruitment test. Thinking of the dog that had accompanied him through training, Jack still couldn't do it. The instructor, disappointed, told him to return the gun. But just as Jack handed it back, the instructor suddenly aimed the pistol at him. A gunshot rang out from the next room. Another candidate had already fired. The result was obvious. Because of this unnecessary mercy, Jack was expelled from the Kingsman Academy. He held his dog and took a cab back home after so long. Looking at himself in the mirror, the whole experience felt like a dream. From a lazy troublemaker in the slums, to a special agent trainee under Harry's guidance. Now, he was back to square one. But when he looked at the dog lying on the bed, Jack felt no regret at all. Just then, his mother came home with his sister. But Jack noticed a new bruise on his mother's face. Clearly another act of domestic violence from his stepfather. He could no longer bear it, and drove off in fury to confront him. With his current combat skills, a few thugs were no match for him. But suddenly, the car windows locked automatically, and the vehicle began driving on its own. No matter what he tried, nothing worked. The car soon turned into an unfamiliar street, and Harry's face appeared on the screen, watching Jack calmly. Then, Harry opened a door, revealing a taxidermy dog on display. It turned out he had once faced the same test, and he had pulled the trigger. Jack couldn't believe that a so-called righteous agent would do such a thing. But Harry's next words shocked him even more. The gun had never been loaded. The entire test was meant to determine whether they could follow orders unconditionally. It was both a physical and psychological trial. Before Jack could fully process it, Merlin suddenly sent new intel. They had found the man who killed Agent Lancelot. It was Lancelot's death that prompted the organization to recruit new members to fill the 12th seat at the round table. Harry told Jack to stay put while he went to the mission site, but Jack didn't know this would be their final goodbye. Harry arrived at a church, only to find it filled with fanatical worshippers. As he began investigating, he was trapped among the pews. The mastermind, Valentine, pressed a button from afar. Instantly, a brainwave manipulating signal was emitted from everyone's phones. The churchgoers went berserk, turning on each other in a violent frenzy. Harry drew his gun and fought desperately to survive. After several minutes of brutal combat, Merlin finally managed to bring him back to his senses remotely. As Harry stumbled out of the church, Valentine was already waiting outside, openly revealing the truth. Valentine, a billionaire, believed that humanity itself was the virus of Earth, and only a great purge could save the planet. He had developed and distributed free SIM cards that emitted signals causing people to lose control and kill each other. Only those implanted with special chips in their necks were immune. Agent Lancelot had discovered this conspiracy and was killed for it. After explaining everything, Valentine raised his gun and pulled the trigger at Harry. Harry's death left Merlin and Arthur in stunned silence and drove Jack into a rage. He rushed to headquarters to find Arthur, asking to inherit Harry's seat and avenge him. But then Jack noticed a small scar on Arthur's neck, a sign of the implanted chip. He stayed calm on the surface, accepting a glass of brandy Arthur handed him, and drank it in one go. Seeing this, Arthur dropped his act and pulled out a customized pen. Jack recognized it immediately. The same weapon Harry had once shown him, capable of remotely releasing deadly poison. Arthur was the traitor who had leaked intel. Valentine had convinced him with lies about natural selection. Arthur tried to persuade Jack to join his new world, but Jack refused without hesitation. Arthur pressed the poison trigger, but strangely, Jack was completely unharmed. While Arthur's heart suddenly seized in agony, Jack had quietly switched their glasses moments earlier. Follow me. The story is far from over. I'll soon bring you the rest of this film's tale.